If you've ever owned a foldable phone, you know the feeling. That tiny moment of fear when you close it and think, wait, was that dust? Because with foldables, one tiny particle in the wrong place can turn into a very expensive mistake. Well, Samsung might be about to fix that problem for good. Your phone that protects itself. According to early One UI 9 leaks, Samsung is working on something called foreign material detection. And this isn't just a minor software tweak. The system can reportedly detect dust or debris inside the hinge area. If something is there, the phone may actually stop itself from fully closing and send you a warning notification. In other words, your phone refuses to destroy itself, even if you're not being careful. And yes, if you don't want your phone parenting you, the feature can be turned off. But on a device that costs this much, most people will probably keep it on. 3 foldables, one big surprise. The leaks don't mention just one device. They point to 3 upcoming models: Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8, Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8, and a completely new model called the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold Wide. The Fold Wide is the interesting one. Based on early design leaks, it looks wider and shorter when closed, almost like a passport. That's a big shift from the tall, narrow fold design we've seen for years. It feels like Samsung isn't just updating foldables anymore. They're experimenting with entirely new shapes. Fixing the biggest complaints. Let's be honest. Foldables have always felt close, but not quite there. Common complaints haven't changed. The visible crease, average battery life, and recently, the disappearance of the S Pen. But 2026 might finally be the turning point. At CES 2026, Samsung Display showcased its first near creaseless foldable OLED panel. Side by side with the previous generation, the difference was clear, smoother and far less noticeable. If this panel makes it into the Fold 8, the crease might finally stop being the first thing you see. Bigger battery, stronger design. Reports also suggest a major battery upgrade. The Fold 8 could jump from 4,400 mAh to 5,000 mAh. That's not a small improvement. That's the difference between managing your battery all day and actually trusting your phone to last. Samsung is also working on laser-drilled metal plate technology inside the display structure. The goal? Reduce the crease even more while keeping the device thin and durable. If it works, opening the Fold 8 could feel like unfolding one seamless sheet instead of 2 panels meeting in the middle. The return of the S Pen. There's more good news. Leaks suggest the S Pen could return with the Fold 8, redesigned to work with a thinner body. If that happens, this won't just be a foldable phone. It becomes a true productivity device. Basically, a modern Galaxy Note that folds. The real reason Samsung is moving fast. All of this is happening at a very strategic time. Because Apple is expected to launch its first foldable iPhone in 2026. Samsung knows competition is coming. They've spent years improving hinges, durability, and displays. Now it looks like they're tightening every weak point at once. Hinge protection, bigger battery, creaseless display, S Pen support, and an entirely new fold-wide design. This isn't a routine upgrade. This feels like preparation. The big picture. If Samsung gets this right, 2026 won't just be another product cycle. It could be the year foldables stop feeling experimental and start feeling inevitable. And if you've been waiting for a foldable that finally fixes the things that actually matter, this might be the one worth waiting for.